Hello everyone, this is Kevin Molis, the Malden Police Chief. It's March 28, 2019, and I'm here to give you an overview of the past week's public safety occurrences in the community, let you know what's been going on with your police department. I want to begin by discussing an incident that got some media attention last week, and it was the result of an investigation that was conducted by the Malden Police Department Detective Division, and it resulted in a search warrant being executed at a local smoke shop located at 685 Salem Street in Maplewood Square. What happened was the detectives received some information alleging that marijuana was being distributed from that location. They conducted an investigation which resulted in an undercover detective being involved, and Sergeant Mike Powell applied for a search warrant for the location, and they executed the search warrant. And as a result of that, they derived and seized evidence that was indicative that marijuana had been distributed from that location. Now, that incident brought to my attention a number of questions that the public would have regarding marijuana in general, and it's a result of some of the changing laws that have been enacted in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So if I can touch upon that in a couple of general ways, maybe that would help people out. With regard to the sale of marijuana as it occurred in this establishment, I want people to keep in mind that in order to sell marijuana products in Massachusetts, the seller must be a marijuana establishment licensed by the State Cannabis Control Commission. So that's very important to know. Now, as a result of the questions that I get from members of the public regarding, the different laws relating to marijuana, I want to point out that in order for someone to lawfully give away a gift of marijuana, a few things have to happen. The person that is giving the marijuana away and the person receiving the marijuana have to be at least 21 years of age or older. The amount can only be up to 1 ounce, and there can never be any type of remuneration in return for the marijuana. That would mean payment. So those are the factors that would be involved in that. Now, on a more practical level, people often ask me, how much marijuana can people possess? Outside of your primary residence, you would be allowed to possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana, and again, you have to be 21 years of age or older. Now, inside your primary residence, a person would be allowed, if they were over 21 years or older, could have up to 10 ounces of marijuana. And with regard to marijuana plants, in someone's primary residence, you could grow 6 marijuana plants for one person, but no home could ever have more than 12 marijuana plants. Now, those are some very general guidelines. It's a very complicated area of law. What I would ask people to do, if you have any follow-up questions to that, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will do some research and do my best to answer those questions. But I just wanted to highlight the work that the Malden Police Detectives did in this investigation. It was a very good case, and I want to commend them for the work that they did, because we want people to know that we are here to follow the changing laws, consistent with our oath to uphold the law, and we also want to make sure that businesses are accountable for making sure that they follow the law too. So, that's all I have to say about that. We had a couple of incidents that happened over the week involving package theft from people's porches. There was one on Newton Street and one on Clayton Street. I do know that we recovered home video regarding one of the suspects that we pushed out to the public, and again, we always ask for your help. If that video gives you some idea who a suspect might be, please let us know. And again, as I mentioned last week, we are finding more and more that surveillance video that people have on their property is an invaluable tool to us to solve crimes, and it's been very helpful. So I would encourage people to really consider that. It's becoming very affordable, and it's something that I would really encourage people to do. I often talk about breaks into motor vehicles, and we continue to have that. We did have some breaks into cars in the area of Gordon Street, Floral Ave at Huntley, and what the crime analyst for the police department, retired Sergeant Dave Ritchie, has done, he has put together a map which shows you a citywide number of incidents that have happened involving breaks into motor vehicles from January up until March 24th. And at the end of this video, I'm going to ask people to look at that link, click onto it. It'll give you an idea where the crimes are happening, and you can also look and get some of the facts about whether a car was unlocked and a general idea of what type of property was taken. Nothing in that information really gives the victims' names or anything like that, but it does give some specificity with regard to the locations where it's happening, so you can kind of see it spread all throughout the city. We can all be vulnerable to that crime, but again, the best thing you can do is to lock your vehicle and make sure you don't leave valuables in the car. There was an incident that happened during the week that I think is important to highlight because it's something that, a service that we can offer to you. We had a house break in a vacant home. The homeowner had passed away some time ago. The home was unoccupied and someone broke into the house. So what I would encourage members of the public to do, if you know of a house that has become vacant or someone's going to be away for a period of time, please let us know so that we can increase patrols at that location and make that property as safe as we possibly can. We would be very happy to do that, and we would look forward to you giving us that information. I want to also point out that I had the pleasure this past week of running into retired Officer Walter Warren. I believe he's our oldest retiree. He was walking down Summer Street going to get a haircut. He's 90 years old now. He served with the police department from 1962 to 1994, and it was good to see him out and about. And I think Walter's also a Korean War veteran, so I wanted to, let the public know that it's always good to see one of our retired officers doing well. In closing, I would like to again thank you for your attention. I always thank you for your support, and I want to let you know that we're always here and willing to serve you. Oh, I just remembered something. I always tell people to ask me questions, and the other day I was getting out of my car to go into Stop and Shop to do a little shopping, and a citizen saw me, recognized me, and asked me why their scanner could not pick up Malden Police broadcast. When we moved to this new police station where I'm speaking to you right now, we increased the capability of our dispatch, and that involved a lot of technological advances. So technology-wise, our radio broadcasts are given out digitally now. And people that had police scanners that predated that, it's no longer compatible with our dispatch system. So that's why if you have an old scanner, you can't hear us because of the digital technology. So someone had stopped me with that question, and I always like to have people approach me and ask me things about the police department, because I have to tell you, as a police chief here, I'm always happy to let them know that your department is here to serve you, doing a good job, and generally speaking, the answers and the questions and the comments that I get are very favorable and supportive, and we do appreciate that. So thank you again. I hope you have a safe week. We look forward to continuing to serve you in any way that we can, and please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. Thank you again. God bless.